I'm Stephanie Ferguson. I'm one of the volunteers here at Passion for Paws, and I'm Vice President on the Board of Directors. Welcome to Passion for Paws. We are a nonprofit animal rescue organization in Dayville, Connecticut. Behind me, you'll see some of our land. There's approximately 50 acres of preserved land. Behind me is the estuary. This property was purchased a little bit at a time over many years. The reason we purchased this property is so that, one, our neighbors aren't able to hunt around this shelter, and two, just to preserve the beauty of this property. So I'm going to take you on a tour of our shelter today, and we're also going to do something a little bit different that we've done in previous years. We're going to visit some of our foster homes, and we're also going to take you on a rescue that we're doing currently in Danielson, Connecticut, which is a town just very close to here. You'll meet some of the kittens that we've already rescued from the site, but today we're going to go and we're going to photograph it. There are approximately 50, maybe more, cats and kittens that are all in very dire distress, and they need emergency veterinary care. So we're going to go in, photograph, document, and start developing a plan of action. We've already started fundraising for this rescue, but we're going to need a lot of money. At the amount of cats that are there, it's going to cost us several $1,000s, not just to spay and neuter, but to provide the emergency veterinary care that they all need. So thank you for your time and attention today, and come on in, we're going to do the tour. Now into the main cat room. Two of our volunteers, Katie and Heidi, are in here working today, cleaning up the cat room. Up top we have Elliot, Cruella, Casper, and oh, there's my buddy Silver, who just got a beautiful lion's cut. Heidi's doing a great job because Silver doesn't usually let people pet him. So this is Mona. Hi, Mona. Last year, Mona was one of 24 cats that we rescued from a high-kill shelter in Tennessee. She and her friends had been pulled by animal control from another rescue, and simply for that reason, they were all going to be euthanized. So Passion for Paws took all of the cats in. We had them transported up to Connecticut, and every single one of them has been adopted except for Mona, who's just a kitten. She's just about a year old now, and we're hoping that she finds her forever home real soon, because you can see she's a beautiful cat. And that's Lionel with her. So this is Quadic. He's one of the cats from Thompson, Connecticut that we rescued last year. I believe you might remember from last year's grant, we did a 100 cat rescue out in Thompson, and Quadic is one of those cats that was saved from that event. So here's Kathy. She's over here tending to 4 little kittens that we just got in the other day. These kittens came from a site in Danielson, Connecticut. We're going to be heading over there later today, and we're going to include a little clip of that in our video. There are over 50 cats in one home. They are all equally as sick as these 4 kittens. Actually, there's only 3 kittens in here. The other one's around the corner. Unfortunately, the person who has all the cats in her home is quite elderly, and she's unable to take care of all the animals. When we were there the other day, Kathy assessed the situation and realized that these 4 kittens had to get out of there ASAP, and they've been in the hospital this week. But we're going to be going over there later today and trying to figure out how to take care of the rest of them. Kathy, you want to say something?
Well, I walked by that house and there was a cat dying on the lawn, and I picked up the cat, and that one's in our other room, and then I realized how badly these cats and kittens needed help. So each kitten had over 200 fleas on it, completely anemic, ready for a blood transfusion, but we got past that, and they're, I think, going to make it. So they're doing very well, and we're going back for more of them.
This is one of our volunteers, Sage. Sage is a longtime volunteer here at Passion for Paws. She's playing with one of our dogs, Percy. Now we're going to go into the workroom. There's Katie playing with Dante. Hi, Erie. Erie's been with us for 20 years. He just had his 20th birthday. With him is Andre. In the workroom, this is where clearly we store a lot of our materials, but we also have about 20 cats living in here. At the top you see Violet and Val. Is he still up there? There he is. Valdemir, who just had his last remaining tooth removed. So we call this the workroom because this is where we prep for foods and medications. The cats that live in this room, for the most part, are older. Some of them have medical requirements. Over here on the bed you see Janie, Zinnia, Miss Kitty, Sister Minky. And on the counter we have Majesty, Princess. Here's Kathy. She's over here with Isabel, one of the kittens we just got in from that site we were telling you about.
Actually, Isabel is an adult, and she's only 3 pounds. And she ended up with a chest x-ray because she could not breathe at all. She's the one that I picked up off the lawn knowing that she was going to be dead by morning. And she has complete consolidation on both lungs. So we've got her a vaporizer, we've got her on antibiotics. I blend her food to make it easier. And we're trying to put some weight on her. And she's started playing for the first time yesterday. She was biting on her little toy, and she literally couldn't lift her head. So it's been great progress. She's still got lots of nasal drainage, but she's doing much better. And she's very loving. And, oh, I know. You're so much better, huh? Oh, you're so snorty. I'll clean your nose. Oh, anyway. So that's Isabel. You're going to be fine.
So Boyfriend was rescued last fall in October with his brother Leo and his sister Tampa. Leo has since been adopted. Boyfriend turned out to be one of the most severe diabetics we've ever taken care of. The veterinarian who was caring for him wanted to euthanize him because he wasn't able to regulate his insulin. Boyfriend was also diagnosed at the time with lymphoma, and the vet said he had approximately 6 months to live. Well, I gotta tell you, 6 months has come and gone. Boyfriend has put on weight. Kathy has done an amazing job regulating his insulin. I mean, he's certainly not a piece of cake to work with. He's a very, very difficult diabetic. However, he's loving life here at the shelter. It's probably the best life he's ever had. And of course, he'll stay here for as long as it takes. Most likely the rest of his life, unless we can find somebody who can manage his diabetes as well as Kathy can. So Jennifer over here is one of our volunteers, and she's petting Marbles. Marbles is about 18 years old. He had been adopted and was living with an elderly woman. The agreement was that if anything happened to her, her daughter was going to take care of Marbles. But when the woman passed away, her daughter was unable, she had some medical issues of her own and wasn't able to take him. So Marbles just recently came back here to Passion for Paws, and he'll be staying with us probably for the rest of his life. But maybe an adopter will come along and want to take him because he's a really nice cat. So Katie's over here playing with Binks. It's pretty amazing because Binks just a few weeks ago had all of his teeth removed. He had severe periodontal disease. So we never realized he was miserable. And now that he doesn't have his teeth, he doesn't have any pain, he has become a very playful cat. He's more kitten-like now than cat. And he is just one very charming, very happy boy. So we are hoping that now that he doesn't have any teeth, somebody will want to adopt him and give him a loving home, because look how adorable he is.
We had been trying with antibiotics and steroids for a very long time on a few of our cats, and as soon as we take a full mouth extraction, take out their teeth, they become kittens again.
So before we leave the shelter, I just wanted to introduce you to Nick. Nick is an African gray parrot that we adopted out over a year ago, and sadly his family had a family tragedy and they had to return Nick to us. He is available for adoption, but because he's funny and he's intelligent and he loves to play, but he's also a little bit particular, we have to be selective in who we can place him with. This is our outdoor cat enclosure. There's access from within the main cat room. There's a cat door that actually allows the cats to go in and out from the main cat room into the cattery during the day. They're usually out here most of the summer into the fall, and most of the cats really enjoy being out here. We have enough space on the property that in the event of an emergency, we can evacuate all of the animals from the shelter. We have enough crates and cages and foster homes, rescue people who are willing to house them for us. But we do have a couple of outbuildings here too, where we can put them in the event of an emergency. This little building over here is where we show animals that either don't show well in the shelter, need a quiet place to meet their prospective adopters, or when we are fostering kittens off property and we're doing showings here at the shelter, we bring the kittens here so that they can be seen outside of the shelter itself. We don't like to keep kittens anywhere near the shelter simply because it's a cage-free environment. We have nowhere to really house them. So all kittens are fostered off-site in different foster homes. So here we are at the kitten nursery. We have no idea what we're about to discover when we open this door. So in this room, currently there are 2 mama cats. There were 8 kittens, but as of today, Turbo, this is the little calico, her brother Onyx, who's in here somewhere, and another cat who came from the same location, are here visiting because they were a little bit shy and they were struggling at the house that they're in. They're actually being fostered at my neighbor's house. So I asked her to bring them over for a play date. So now this is Princess Sophia. She's one of the mama cats. And Princess Sophia had a litter of kittens in December. I have one of those kittens here in the house, in this room somewhere. She then had another litter in February. That's Bear, that's one of her kittens. And the other kitten is Clarice, the black and white one. By the time I got to the situation, got to the home and was trying to get all the cats out, we discovered that Princess Sophia is already pregnant again, so she'll be having kittens soon. There's one more mama cat in the house. Here she is, that's Bonnie. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but Bonnie has lost most of her fur. She's actually looking better now that she's here. The people who had the cats in the house and up in Ansonia had no money. They were feeding over, I don't know, 11 or 12 cats and then the kittens. And so Mama Bonnie and Princess Sophia were starving. So here we are, we're in Brookfield, Connecticut. We're at the home of Joe and Marie Torres. They are fostering one of our dogs named Buddy. There. Hi, Buddy. Hi, come here.
Come here, buddy.
Come inside. There's Joe.
How you doing?
This is Marie. I totally surprised them with the video camera. And there's Mr. Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Have your treat. So, Buddy came to our shelter back in December. His family, unfortunately, had lost their home. And as a result, they had to move into an apartment that didn't allow dogs. They also didn't have any money to feed Buddy. And for at least several months, he'd been living on white rice. So we got him in December, had him vetted, and thought he was just about ready to get adopted when about a month and a half ago, he had to have a surgery. It was pretty technical, and so he's been recovering here in his foster home, and now he's all recovered, and he's ready to find his perfect home. Here we are in Danielson, Connecticut. I thought that when we came here today, we were going to be able to show you a more exciting rescue endeavor. However, once we got here, the 50 some odd cats that are living in this environment, they're not necessarily living in the house. We discovered they're indoor, outdoor. There are not very many cats here right now because it's the middle of the day. You can see there's some cats lying around the property. But the majority of them won't be back until about 5 o'clock this afternoon when the woman feeds them. So the story goes that we adopted a cat out recently, and about a week or so after he was adopted, he ran out of his front door early in the morning one day, and we came over to the neighborhood to help look for him. And Kathy happened to be walking up to this house to knock on the door and alert the lady that one of our cats was missing, and she had seen a lot of cats on the property. When she got here, she discovered Isabel, the little cat at the shelter that she showed you that weighed 3 pounds. Isabel was just lying in the front yard, basically dying. And so Kathy was able to very quickly assess that this woman she's in trouble. She is trying to feed over 50 cats. We thought there was about 50 cats initially, but according to the neighbors, there are more than 50 cats. There's probably upwards of 100. There's at least 20-25 kittens. They're all very sick. Upper respiratory conditions. They're infested with fleas and ticks. And so basically what we're going to do is help this woman. We're going to trap these cats. Some of them we can just pick up and others we have to trap. And we're going to get the cats the emergency veterinary care they need. We're going to spay and neuter them once they're healthy. And we're going to start to find them homes. The house, quite frankly, is in really bad condition. It smells horrendous in the home. It's infested with flies. A lot of the cats, I guess, are going through a hole in the foundation into the basement, but she won't let us down there. I shone my flashlight down there, and it doesn't look good. It looks dangerous, quite frankly. The house probably needs to be condemned, but that's really not up to us right now. Our concern is primarily for the welfare of the cats. So all I'm really doing right now is poking around in the bushes to look and see how many cats I can find. We're going to come back later this afternoon and really start the rescue process. This is Betsy. She just drove 3.5 hours from Litchfield, Maine to adopt Turbo. Turbo is one of our awesome kittens who's getting ready to go home and meet Scout and Bear, her new canine brother and feline sister.
This adoption experience has been amazing, and Passion for Paws and all the people that work for them are great, and I've met a wonderful kitten and made some wonderful friends, and I appreciate all that they do for cats and dogs. Thank you.